What's going on, my fellow mobile gamers of YouTube? Thank you very much for tuning back into my mobile gaming quest. My name is NimbleThor, and today I've got something very unique to share. It's a game called Idle Legend, and it's an early access title by Droid10, which was actually the very first mobile game developer to make me spend money on in-app purchases all the way back in 2011. So whether or not that's a good thing, I'm not really sure, but this newest game of theirs is actually rather interesting. In fact, I would go so far as to say that this might just have become my new favorite game within the genre, and I really didn't expect I'd like it. But I'm having a blast with it. So let me know throughout this video as you're watching it if you agree or disagree with that, but I'm loving it, and I think that many of you guys will as well. If you've already played AFK Arena and any of the auto chess games out there, then you'll pretty much immediately get this game, I think, because it's essentially an AFK Arena-like RPG, but then with auto chess inspired combat, which sounds a bit weird. I get it. It sounded weird to me as well in the beginning, but it actually works out surprisingly well, honestly. In comparison to AFK Arena, combat feels more interesting because we've got synergy bonuses from auto chess games to take into account, and we also have to strategically position our heroes, just like we do in an auto chess game, which adds a really nice additional tactical or strategy layer to the combat system. So that's how we fight in this game, and you can see all the synergies here in the top left corner. Right now, with our current team, we have 2 human synergies, which grants all allied humans normal attacks a 30% chance to reduce the target speed by 50% for 3 seconds. So exactly like in an auto chess game, these synergies are really something we want to achieve, and it should inform which heroes you take with you into battle. One thing I really enjoyed about AFK Arena though was how generous the game actually was with its premium currency. And it seems, so far at least, that Idle Legend has taken a page out of that book, as we're pretty much bombarded with premium currency as well, which we can then use to get new heroes. So let's go see what we can get from a 10x pull over here in the tavern. And actually, before we do our pull, I want to show you guys this really neat feature, which is called the wish list. And this almost sounds like a promo now. Raid Shadow Legends! No, don't worry guys. But this is a pretty nifty little feature. We can basically add heroes to our wish list, and then the game gives us an increased chance of pulling those exact heroes when we do our normal pulls, whether it's a 10x pull or a 1x pull. And as far as I've been able to tell, it goes both for the pulls we can do for premium currency and the ones we can do for this friendship currency. You know, we get hearts by sending hearts to friends, and they can send some back to us. So that's pretty cool. But now, let's get on with it. Let's do a 10x pull here. Cross your fingers, we're gonna get something really cool. Let's see. Looks like we got one new hero there, and Crank is also a new hero. That's awesome. That's actually I think that's an epic hero, isn't it? At least it has this purple border or glowing border around it. Now, many of these heroes were actually new heroes, but I want to do 2 more if we have enough currency for it. I want to do 2 more pulls. So this was the first one. We got Mary. That is great. Do we have enough for 1 more? We do actually have enough for just 1 more pull, so let's do that right now. See what we're going to get. It looks like we got 3 rare or above ones this time. We got Charlie. And what's the next one gonna be? We got Hans the Archer. I haven't used him before, but he looks pretty cool. And then the last one is Luna. That is so cool. That's a new class or type of hero that we didn't even have before. So let's real quick get these new heroes ready for battle. Let's see which ones are the best ones. I do believe... where do we have Hans? I think Hans is such a cool guy. I do believe this one is very powerful, so I definitely want to just auto-equip some items on her. And I want to level her up, and this is what we spent in-game gold and diamonds on, and these are the currencies that we earn through normal gameplay. And then we can also do a breakthrough here at level 20, and we can get her up to... let's just take her all the way to level 30. There we go. So now she has 4,900 in power, which you can see below her little avatar here. And that should make her one of the strongest heroes we have, only outdone by Willem here, who is a typical tank character who also has a new equipment piece that we can equip, it seems. Now, we can also evolve and level up these individual equipment pieces, but we're still so early into the game that doesn't really make sense yet. So for now, instead, I just want to level up Crank as well, just because he looks like a really, really awesome character, and it looks like he has a special skill that deploys a turret. I don't know about you guys, but I just have a love for turrets, so I think I'm really gonna like Crank here. And he's also a very strong hero now. He is the 3rd strongest hero that we have with us. So with this new team ready for battle, we've got a few different options. First of all, we earn gold, items, and experience points automatically over time. That's kind of the idle part of this game, as our heroes are constantly automatically fighting monsters equal to the strength of the monsters in the latest campaign level we completed. So basically, the more campaign levels we complete, the more idle gains we'll get as well. So to increase that, we would head into a challenge in the campaign mode, and now we have to remember to deploy our new heroes. So when you start out with this game, you of course only have a few heroes, and you have to deploy them onto the playing field, as I said, exactly like in an auto chess game. So let's do that now as well. We want to have our DPS characters that are ranged a bit behind, and then protected by some really powerful heroes in the front, and I want to place our cleric in the back, and you know, just your typical RPG setup basically. And we have room for 8 heroes at the moment. That also increases exactly like in an auto chess game the higher level we get. So eventually I imagine we'll be able to have room for 9, 10, maybe even 11. I don't actually know what the cap is, but we have room for more heroes over time. And then these guys just battle it out automatically. So the fun part of this combat system lies in the strategic aspects of building our team, deciding which synergies we want to achieve by having enough of the same race or class of heroes in play at once, and then defining a really strong positioning strategy for our heroes on the playing field. But that's just the normal campaign mission game mode though, and frankly, it is the most boring of all game modes in this game. It's important to progress in, but it's not the most interesting. But if we head over into the wilderness instead though, we've got a few other and way more interesting game modes, like for example the Infinity Tower, where we continuously fight our way to the top of a tower with better rewards for every floor we complete. This is a very normal game mode to see in these types of RPG games, but then maybe even more interestingly, I think at least, we've got this Phantasm Trial, which we also saw in AFK Arena, and in here we fight our way through waves of enemies with some pretty awesome item rewards along the way that will temporarily increase the power of our team. And I completely forgot to change our positioning of our team here, so here we are fighting with our old heroes, not using the new ones that we just unlocked. But especially this Phantasm Trial is really fun. We make lots of decisions along the way that impact our chances of actually completing without dying. There is an end to this Phantasm Trial, and there's some pretty great rewards if we get to the end. So we definitely want to attempt to do that. Now, these are the different items we can pick from here to improve our team. We can take one that decreases the amount of damage we receive by 10%. Pretty good, not the worst one. Another one of these gives us more energy from damage we receive. And then we have the one I'm going to choose now, I can see already, Horn of Victory. When the battle begins, heals all allied units 10% of max HP. That one is incredibly powerful because in this game mode, our team does not recover its HP. So the only way to do that is by having some of these items in our hand, or we can hope that we're strong enough to be able to survive until there's a camp where 1 or maybe 2 of our heroes can have some of their HP recovered. But obviously, having an item that increases the HP by 10% or recovers 10% HP at the start of every round is a really powerful one. So with both this Phantasm Trial and pretty much all the other game modes, we've seen them before, you know. We saw them in AFK Arena, we've seen them in many other RPG games. They aren't innovative, but this mix of auto chess-like gameplay mixed with these idle and RPG team building aspects, now that is unique. That's not something I've seen before. And maybe best of all, there's no energy system anywhere in this game. There is a 2-day cooldown on the Phantasm Trial, but anything else in the game, we can basically play as much as we want. So you can very easily play this game for 1 hour at a time, 2 hours at a time, 3 hours at a time, pretty much as you want, if you have the time for that. But if you're in a hurry, this game is also very rewarding to play. You can just log in and you can grab your idle rewards, which we do by clicking here and then claiming all of these. Now, we've been playing for now 17 minutes during the recording of this video, but obviously, if you log in after not having played for 10 hours or even 20 hours, there's going to be lots of rewards, and you truly feel like you're progressing a bit. There'll be some new items you can equip on your heroes that will make them stronger, and then when you have the time to play, you'll be a whole lot stronger. So that's why I think these idle RPG games have become so popular, and I actually quite like them. You know, I don't like auto systems, but I can really appreciate idle RPGs that are very well made. And in this game, it is all very well made. The graphics and the animations look nice as well, and everything just runs and loads very quickly here on my OnePlus 7 Pro, even though the game is still only in its beta phase. But the big question, of course, is how the game then monetizes and how this monetization impacts the enjoyment of the game as a free player. Because, of course, we've got a few different in-app purchases in this game that allows us to progress faster or buy more of the premium currency to unlock more heroes faster. But so far, these in-app purchases haven't been forcefully thrown in my face, which I'm very happy to see. I hope that doesn't change after the beta is over. It might, but we'll have to see. And since the game focuses almost entirely on PvE and not PvP, the fact that other players might buy these in-app purchases won't really affect my enjoyment of the game as a free-to-play player. But hey, I'm not naive about this game. I get that down the line we'll probably have to grind or wait quite a bit more than a paying user would have to, but considering that this game has been developed by Droidhen, who aren't exactly known for making the best monetization systems ever, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by the one found here in Idle Legends. To be honest with you guys, I really thought that I would hate this game when I first found it, but that was just based on the Google Play images of the game and my previous experiences with the developer, but I think I'll actually probably keep playing this game for quite a while, as I'm having a great time with it, just like I did when I played AFK Arena back when that released. Now, I guess the last question is, who is this game for then? Well, I really like the game, so I think anyone who liked AFK Arena is probably gonna like this game. If you like your combat systems to be a bit more interesting than just a typical lineup of heroes and then you make them automatically attack, I think you're gonna prefer this game over most of the competitors out there. I do think that maybe down the line the monetization is going to be a bit more aggressive, there's going to be more grind walls, but I do think if you enjoyed AFK Arena or any game like that, then you're going to have a blast with this one. But let me know what you guys think about Idle Legends though in the comment section down below. Do you agree or disagree with my opinions on this game? And maybe most importantly, could you guys see yourself playing this game? Do you want me to cover more of these types of games in the future? Let's discuss that and let me know in the comment section, and then I will then transition straight into the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that while this beer bug is having horrible consequences around the world, stay safe out there guys, there is a few industries that are really thriving during these times when everyone is sitting at home, and you guessed it, one of those is of course the games industry, where a new report has now shown that Brawl Stars by Supercell has grown its amount of weekly downloads by 35% over this past week, and maybe even more interestingly, seen an increase in revenue per week of over 40% to now $8 million per week for just that one game. No wonder that Supercell is as big as they are. Brawl Stars making $8 million per week. That's pretty crazy. So what are we all playing then? I mean, not everyone is playing Brawl Stars, so let me know if you guys have found an awesome new game that you've been playing these past few weeks, and I would love to check it out if I haven't played it already. So until things are back to normal here in this crazy world, just be safe out there and keep gaming, stay awesome, and then I will see all of you guys again in the next video.